At Truliant, we're with you at every milestone, making it easier for you to shine. So you can saddle up each morning for more than a paycheck. Have the support to expand your horizon, the space to grow your family, and your brightest dreams never have to fade. At Truliant, we help you shine. That's brighter banking. Truliant Federal Credit Union.
Welcome to the Greater Conversations podcast. I'm Deetra Miller, the Director of Member Relations and Engagement at Greater Winton-Salem, Inc. We'll use this platform to showcase our local businesses, our community, and their stories. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the show. I am super excited because one of my teammates is here with me today, Miss Alesia Hilton. She's our Director of Career Readiness at Greater Winston-Salem, Inc. So I'm excited to dive into what she does and for you to learn all about it. But let me give you a little bit of background about Alesia. So since 2021, she's led the creation and development of the Aspire Winston-Salem internship program, which serves high school juniors and seniors, and she works closely with the Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools, Forsyth Tech, local employers, and more to generate workforce opportunities. She also works to develop collaborations with education and business partners in Forsyth County to promote work-based learning opportunities and workforce readiness. Alesia's role correlates with new goals developed through a collaborative workforce plan supported by the American Rescue Plan Act funding. Mm-hmm. Now, one thing that I found really interesting is that Alesia has 2 master's degrees. 2. So she has a master's degree from Appalachian State in special education and teaching, as well as a master's degree from North Carolina A&T State University in educational leadership and administration. Her extensive experience as an educator, an education leader, serving as a principal, assistant principal, case manager, and special education teacher throughout her career in Winston-Salem, Forsyth County Schools. It's just so much. You are amazing, and we are blessed to have you in this role at Greater Winston-Salem.
Well, thank you, Deidre. You really make me sound super fantastic, and I really do appreciate that because I don't even know who you're talking about. Is that really me?
Yeah, it's really you, and I believe that anyone that meets you will understand that we've got somebody that is just... I don't know, this program that we have, no one else could fill the role like you do because of your experience and because of your passion for students. So let's get into it. Talk a little bit about who Alesia Hilton is, where you grew up, and why education is so important to you. Okay,
well, first of all, I am just an ordinary homegrown girl from Winston-Salem. I grew right up here in Winston-Salem. I went to all the local schools, starting at Rural Hall, Prince Abraham, Walkertown, and went to Carver High School for 9th and 10th grade and graduated from East Forsyth. And then I furthered my education at Winston-Salem State University, majored in special education through being inspired by my sister who has a handicap, and then went on to Appalachian State to get a master's in special ed, and then wanted to say, hey, what I'm going to do after I continue to teach? You got stuck, and somebody said, hey, one day you can be a leader. Yes. And I believed that and went on to A&T to get my master's in school administration. So I'm a mother, I'm a friend, I'm a daughter, I'm a sibling, I'm just an all-around good person, I would like to think. But I'm a lover of children. Yeah. And I know that's my calling. It's not a profession, but it's more of a ministry for me because ever since I was a young girl, I knew I wanted to be a teacher. Wow. So I was very fortunate to be offered this position with Greater Winton-Salem, Inc., to be the Director of Career Readiness, to work with high school students to give them an opportunity to be inspired to be something that they can't even dream what they want to be. So that's my goal, to tell them that you can be anything you want to be, but we we have a duty as people to equip them and give them those tools and skills to make sure that they are, they get the steps that they need to go to the next level.
I love that. I love that. Talk a little bit more about Aspire Winston-Salem, why the internship program was started to begin with, and what the purpose is. You touched on that a little bit, but talk a little bit more about that.
Well, Aspire got started through a grant through Truist Bank. Truist Bank afforded Greater Winton-Salem, Inc. $1.2 million, and they wanted to start a program for students to increase upward mobility, and they wanted to disrupt the cycle of intergenerational poverty. And they wanted to start in the Title I schools, partnering with Winston-Salem, Forsyth County School District. And so that program got started, like you said, in 2021. And we piloted the program with 11 students and 3 host companies. And the purpose for Aspire is the Career Readiness program, and it's a paid internship opportunity for our juniors and seniors. And right now we're operating in 9 high schools. And each year our goal is to add a new high school to the program. And what we want to do is introduce them to workforce skills so they will be ready when they graduate from high school to say, do I want to go into the military? Do I want to go straight into the workforce? Do I want to go into straight to college, or do I want to go into a technical school? So we want to make sure that our students have the opportunity to do that. And by starting in Title I schools, normally our students don't get those opportunities to have an internship. So how can we afford those students that opportunity?
Let's go back just a little bit. For those listening that may not be familiar with what a Title I school is, can you explain that?
Sure. Title I schools is a school that the majority of the students are on a free or reduced lunch. So their parent salary is probably below the modern salary of, so it's a low salary. So those students are, the majority of the students in that school, more than 50% are on free or reduced lunch. So their income is below.
What is the likelihood, of those students actually finding a career path that is going to help them with their upward mobility without a program like Aspire?
Some kids fall through the cracks. And from just our growth through the program, I see our students now have dreams and goals and aspirations to say, I really can go to Forsyth Tech. I really can go to a 4-year university, or there are other opportunities out there for me. So through this program, I see our students growing leaps and bounds, and they're begging for the opportunity to be a part of the program. And I not only have students calling me, but I have the parents calling me saying, Miss Hilton, when will the program start? And I'm saying to them, we're starting soon, so just be on the lookout for our flyers, be on the lookout for me. So when we were struggling to get students, we no longer struggle to get those students because the word is out. We are here, and we have a curriculum for them that is very meaningful. So our curriculum really touched on the skills that they may not always get in the school, and they may not follow a certain pathway. So there's gaps in the curriculum for students, and so we try to kind of fill those gaps.
I love that. So talk a little bit about the curriculum. What do students experience?
Our students get the opportunity to have a 15-hour workshop program where we offer after-school sessions for them, and they get to learn skills such as build your brand and discover who you are. So we have one section that talk about who are you, and what is social media? What does your social media say about you? And how do you want to build your brand? Because people can look at your social media and make certain accusations or things about you, but we want to make them build a positive brand. The other thing we do is talk about communication and conflict management. How do you handle that in the workplace? And how do we use our voice instead of our hands
Wow.
So we talk about, because we all need to learn how to communicate more effectively. So we do those types of workshops with them and programs. We also talk about the impact of professionalism in the workplace. So what does it mean to be professional? What does that look like? How do you greet someone in the morning? What is my dress supposed to look like? What do we do with gossip in the workplace? Ooh. So how do we conduct ourselves and be a positive light in the workplace? So we talk about professionalism and how did that carry over. And believe it or not, students are all ears when it comes to that. And our kids come on different levels. Some kids come just as novice, and some kids have a lot of workforce skills. Another thing that I'm very, very proud of is that we help them create their very first resume. So when they leave us, they have a resume that they can take anywhere to any job place and say, hey, here's a resume that speak about my skills, my abilities. And some student skills are very limited, but we help them say, you are somebody, you've done some things, you volunteer, you've done something after school, in church, in the community, around the schoolhouse. So let us show you how to build that resume. And we invite the community, we invite the business partners in, we invite people in from the community to share with our students, what does it feel like to be in the workplace, and what are you looking for as a student intern? What skills should they have when they come to you? What education are they seeking if they're to go into a engineer, law firm, medical? So these career people, business people, community, they talk to our students, and they're very open with them about what is expected of them about when they walk into their place of business or organization. So it's very eye-opening, our kids. And one thing I want to say about Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools students, they're jewels.
Wow.
If you have an opportunity, students want you to talk to them. And when you build a relationship with them and they open up to you, you will find out that they have so much to say. We learn from them just as much as they learn from us. Wow. So when they leave us, I am excited about their future.
Wow.
I'm excited about their future, and I know one day they're going to be running this city.
That's right.
They're going to be running this state, and if we don't start now, we're going to be in trouble, because it's our duty to make sure that we provide that skill set for them. So it does take a village, and I say that all the time. It takes a village, and it takes each business, each teacher, each partner to do their part. And I'm so happy that I have the opportunity to share that. So it's an obligation. So when I call you or send you an email, I need you to respond to me. Yes.
Everyone listening?
Yes, please respond.
Well, I love the fact that within 15 hours, this course that the students partake in, they're getting all of this. They're getting branding, they're learning communication skills, they're learning professionalism.
And then we end up with our day-long employability workshop.
What is that?
This is an employability workshop where we still offer more training and skills for our students, where we'll do onboarding. Number one, they need to learn, what does onboarding mean? Onboarding one-on-one, why you become an employee of that business. We talk about interviewing skills. We talk about professional dress in the workplace. We talk about financial literacy. So our students have an opportunity to also get those day-long skills. And we give our students an opportunity to interview one-on-one with the host employers half of the day. So our employers get to meet our students, and they present their resumes to them. So it is a quick speed interviewing session, but employers get to meet the students that they're going to be offering some internships to.
Wow.
Our students are afforded transportation.
Really?
We try to eliminate any type of roadblocks for our students. Transportation is provided for our students free of charge. And we also provide a free meal to them. And they are also given a $500 stipend. We work closely with Forsyth Tech. Belk is one of our partners, and Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools. So there's a lot of people and a lot of hands in the pot that make this happen for Aspire, and we're so appreciative.
Wow, that's amazing. I love all the
Yes.
partnerships. I love that you've removed barriers for the students as well to make sure that they're able to access the training and access the job opportunities.
Yeah, we have wonderful transportation providers that pick our students up from school and bring them to whatever location we're doing our training, and they take them home. So even when they get their summer internship, they are picked up for their summer internship
Wow.
and taken home from there. So it's a win-win for everybody. So the employers don't have to worry about a student being late for work.
That's right.
They can get to the place of business.
And I assume that parents have peace of mind as well.
Parents
that their
have
kids
peace
are being
of mind,
taken care
and
of.
everything is free of charge.
Wow. But it sounds like the students really have to put their best foot forward and put some effort into this. This isn't easy, I
no,
imagine.
it is not easy. We have some guidelines for our students. We eliminated the GPA that we asked for and things of that nature, but we want students that want to be there. So we open it up to anyone that want to complete an application, and I get parental consent for them to be in the program. But there are some guidelines. They must participate. They must be on time. They must attend all sessions. They must be a team player. They must complete any assignments that I give them. They're not hard assignments. They must come to us ready, willing, and able to work. They can't be on their cell phones because when you're working in the place of business, you're not allowed to be on your cell phones.
That's right.
So we expect excellent behavior, and I don't have a problem out of any students with behavior because once we set the guidelines and I recruit them, I'm very, very honest with them what the expectations are. And when I set the bar high, they rise to the occasion. Every last
amazing.
one.
That's
so we were
amazing.
very fortunate this fall to have a high percentage rate of students to complete the program. 87 started and 81 finished.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Yes, ma'am. So we are very, very proud, and we expect the numbers to be at least 85 to 90 for the spring.
Wow. How many students have gone through the program since it launched?
We
in
will had
21?
over 150 students to go through the program.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yes, our goal yearly is at least 150 students a year
Okay.
moving forward.
So they get all these skills. They have the opportunity to work in an internship. And if I remember correctly, they also get a credential to put on their
Absolutely.
resume?
Our students are given a certificate of completion from the program. We graduate them, so they're given a certificate of completion, and they get the Greater Winston-Salem Inc. credentialing with a digital badge that they can put on their resume, their LinkedIn page. We talk about
Wow.
LinkedIn, professional LinkedIn. So we talk about those. So that badge says a whole lot to say, hey, you have achieved something through Greater Winston-Salem Inc., and it means something. So everybody knows who Greater Winston-Salem Inc. is. So you can go anywhere with your resume and that digital badge and prove to them, hey, I completed this program through Greater Winston-Salem Inc.
Wow.
So it's a Aspire, Work Ready, and Internship program. So nothing is given to them. They earn everything that they get.
That's amazing. I love that. You mentioned a few times the host companies or the business partners, if you will. So for folks listening that have a business and they have the bandwidth to take on an
Yes.
intern, what does that look like?
We are asking for employers to give the students an opportunity, a chance. They can work your social media. They can work your front office. They can do secretary. They can do anything that you would like for them to do. Only thing that we are asking that there's a MOA
Okay.
that we're asking for them to complete. And it's just an agreement with the school system, myself, and the company. That said, there's some guidelines that we both agree that we will follow. And another thing is they have to be a W-2 employee. The student must be a W-2 employee of the company. And then I would need job description of what the student will be doing to make sure it's in the guidelines of the students' job description. So we make sure students are safe. The other thing is that the companies are reimbursed. We reimburse companies 100% of the students' salaries. Students are guaranteed to make no less than $10 an hour, and we are reimbursed up to $15 an hour.
That's
And we
amazing.
want our students to work at least 80 to 120 hours per summer. So if you work 100 hours and you're paying them $10 an hour, so we'll give you that money back $1,000.
Wow.
So you get back what you put in.
That's amazing.
And you've given a student a wonderful, meaningful internship experience that they'll never forget.
For the businesses that are listening, does it matter the type of business that participates? Because you've had a range of different businesses. Talk about some of those.
Some businesses we have to be careful of because there are some laws, some workforce laws with students we have to be careful of. But no, we are very, very open to all businesses. They just need to contact me just to make sure. Our students are very capable of IT, just working in the medical field. Law offices, they've done that. They worked in real estate law. So just recreational with soft golf. So we've done a wide range of jobs for our students. School of the Arts. I mean, just arts in the arts. So they're very open. Our students love culinary. So if I can get someone to take a chance on them, they love to cook. So they're scared. They all say, I want to do medical. Then I'll say, well, what if you don't get medical? And I said, just be open to the experience. I promise you, I'll give you a wonderful experience. And if you would just be open when they say, okay, Ms. Hilton, I'll try it. They find out that they like it. And I said, something internships are for to see if there's something you think you don't want to do. So that's a learning experience for you. I knew when I took my internship at R.J. Reynolds, I didn't want to smell like tobacco every day. So I knew I wanted to go to school and get my degree because I didn't want to smell like tobacco. So I learned something there.
That's right.
But did I finish that internship? Every summer I did it because I need the money.
Hey,
and our students need to work because now they take care of their families and some take care of themselves. So you'll be surprised of students that are really taking care of themselves and basically taking care of their families.
Wow.
Or may have a child.
Wow.
So and they want to work.
And they want to work.
And they want to work. So I have more students than I have internships to offer. And so we at Greater Winton-Salem, I'll take an intern every summer. And yes, it is time consuming, but it's worth it. So I'm willing to get my day started a little bit late to make sure my intern is ready to go. And once he or she is started, they do an excellent job for us. And you can attest to that.
Yes, ma'am, I surely can. Wow. Thank you for everything that you do for the students in this area. That program is amazing, and I know it's going to grow even more. And I hope that the businesses that are listening will take heart and reach out to you to take on an intern. So for everyone listening, will you please share your contact information and how they can find out more about the program?
Absolutely. You can reach me through my email at ahilton@winstonsalem.com, or you can call me at 336-728-9222, or I'm on LinkedIn, so you can look me up on LinkedIn. I am available for you at your disposal, so please reach out to me.
Excellent. Well, I asked you a lot of questions. Is there anything that you want to share that we did not touch on today?
Wow. I would just say that this program is really near and dear to my heart. And I would do anything that I could to make sure that our students are successful. So if it means that I will have to knock on doors and get the rejection when I've asked you 2 or 3 times and you say, we're not doing one this summer, I'm going to send you that email again and say, we revamped the program and, our students are really in need. I'm going to do what it takes to make sure that our students are successful, they're safe, and that the program continues to grow.
That's awesome. Alesia, thank you so much.
I appreciate you. Thank you for having me.
Of course. And for everyone listening, please reach out. And until next time. We know you enjoyed enjoyed this podcast today. So join us for the next episode of Greater Conversations. By the way, you can follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Be sure to smash that subscribe button. Also, be sure to visit our website at winstonsalem.com. The views and opinions stated in this podcast are solely those of the contributors and not necessarily those of our sponsors, distributors, or hosting companies. This podcast is copyrighted and cannot be reproduced without expressed written consent of Greater Winston-Salem, Inc. or your toast.